Let's get into this though. We got a man himself in front of the camera. We want to get to know you today.
Let's go, man.
So first off, I'm going to start off. Where did the journey start? VE Media, where did it start from?
Cool. So originally the idea came it first came to mind in sixth form. Because obviously, like, I used to play a lot of football. I used to love football a lot. And obviously, I was, like, if you guys know, I used to play in goal. It's crazy.
So, yeah,
by
yeah.
trace, innit? By trace.
Half decent goalkeeper, I can vouch.
But, but yeah, so obviously I was playing a lot of that. And then I was playing for this one team. I was training with this one team and I was due to actually start playing there properly. But then I was just taking a toll because obviously it was my last year at sixth form. And obviously like, it's all the way on the other side of London. And I'm from North. The team's deep in South in like Merton, an hour and a half away. So for me, it just didn't make sense, especially my last year. And I started clocking that my grades were slipping. So I just decided, I'm going to hang up the football thing because it was just getting long. Then I was just deep in, you know what, like, why am I, like, what far-fetched ideas do I have now? And I was thinking, you know what, I know a few people doing their thing in the musically, like, for example, Select the YB started Style and Pattern back then. Teachers started rapping, and I think there's some other people around that were doing their thing. So obviously I was like, yeah, I'm also trying to tap in, quick setting up with them.
So my next question is, because obviously most of the time we don't take things seriously. So when did you really like think, you know what, this is it, VE Media, I'm going to put my foot down and I'm taking it seriously?
I started taking shit a bit more seriously when Dims passed away, innit?
R.I.P. Dims.
Because for me, it was like, because obviously, when he passed, that kind of hit me, innit? Because obviously, I've never had none of my friends pass. Like, obviously, there was people around me that did die, but I was never close to them enough for me to feel a way about it. But when Dims died, it was like mad unexpected. It rubbed me the wrong way, if I'm being honest. But obviously, then I just decided, you know what? Alex put it into perspective to me. It was like, sometimes you shouldn't let temporary emotions you shouldn't allow temporary emotions to create permanent decisions, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just decided, you know what? Let me just go a bit more ham and just do it for them type shit, innit? And obviously if it works out, it works out. And if it doesn't, I'm sure there's going to be skills that I can take into my next endeavours in future.
All right. So I'm going to ask a question. You've done a lot of interviews here and there. Maybe some people you don't like, some people you do like. But what would you say your hands down top interviews are, your best interviews? Whether that be personality or your actual favourite, whatever it may be, location, just as a whole, best interviews.
Because there's a few interviews that I do like, I think... Are we talking best in terms of numbers or best in terms
I would say for you, first off, we'll go for you personally, then we'll do your numbers after. So for you personally first.
I would have to say Black Tony. And obviously, because obviously there's some other ones that I really do like. But with Black Tony, the reason I'll say Black Tony is due to the fact of, because since that interview, we've been tapping in with each other, like checking in on each other. We've kind of created some sort of like a friendship off the back of that interview. So yeah, and we've just been working together. We've done a few other things, like we've done podcasts together. We've done a hood tour. He's took me around his area. So yeah, and for that reason, I'll say BlackTonyCWS.
So now you say I'm talking best for numbers now.
Best for numbers, boy.
Listen, self-explanatory. I already know which one's best for numbers.
This one's.
But talk me through the best for numbers and actually the interview itself, rather than just going out and throwing out the numbers. I want to know about the interview itself, how everything happened, how it started with the number one.
I'll say the interview with the most views is Tommy Robinson.
All right.
And you know what? It was random because you know what? Like a good month before that, I was just in my head. I don't know why. Like maybe sometimes I believe like things happen for a reason. I think some things happen for whatever reason, and I guess destiny. I guess. And anywho, so for a month prior, I was thinking, yeah, like you know what? I should talk to Tommy Robinson. I don't know why I don't know why you can't. I couldn't even answer that. So anywho, I must have posted on Twitter. Who has the contact details for Tommy Robinson? Someone DM'd me, sent me his email, and obviously I sent him an email, gave him my number. We had a FaceTime call. We chopped up a little bit. Then we started the interview. And yes, obviously we did the interview. And I'll say it went well. I'll say that I did that interview. However, I think there was one thing. There was probably a few mistakes on my side, innit? I don't think I was prepared enough for that interview. Secondly, I do feel like, because I didn't plan to talk too heavily on politics and religion, because I'm not an expert in that type of thing. I'm still developing my faith, whether that be Christianity or Islam. So obviously I don't have enough knowledge. I just wanted to talk more about society and culture, but I think it was just a thing of he kind of took more control of the conversation, and obviously I need to like accept that, I wasn't on point for that interview. But I do think there was some good gems from both of us. I think he did give some good gems in that interview too. So yeah, and that's it. And obviously that didn't do very well for me. I think that did help cement me. And another one actually, because I feel like I can't speak on this without speaking on Tankz, because Tankz, I've got so much love for that brother, because let me tell you the first time I met Tankz. So obviously I was at a show. I was at Lazy's show, and obviously I was with Lazy, and Lazy brought out Tankz. And obviously at the end of the show, everyone's gone home, and I talked to Tankz like, yo, can I get a quick interview, a little 10 minutes, 15 minutes? We chop it up, we film it. And obviously that one didn't get too crazy views, maybe 1,000 views or so. Nothing crazy, but I did okay. And then he ended up just DMing me. He was like, oh, yo, bro, we could actually we could do this properly if you want to. So obviously we just locked in, we've done the interview. And then, and then we did another interview too. And then I think Tankz has helped me to kind of put I guess he helped me be a bit more credible in it. So for that, I would actually thank him in it, because obviously he didn't know me from Adams in it. So obviously he just chose to chop up with me and actually get something done with me. So for that, I have so much love and appreciation for him.
So UK music industry, how do you think it is right now?
I think the UK music industry, I think it's a bit dry, if I'm being honest, because I feel like it's just the same people being pushed in our faces, and the same people promoting them on the same pages, and it's just the same guys, really. It's quite boring. Like I'm sure you would agree with me on that.
It's all right. I ain't really got an opinion on it myself, but
I just don't. I think it's not where it needs to be. Obviously, we got our underground scene, and that's doing well. And I think our underground scene could one day actually be a breakthrough for us. So, of course, we got like acts coming out like Central C, and not everyone will fuck with him, but I think he's done very well. We got Cairo Keys, he's doing well for himself. We got a bunch of guys doing well, so I think slowly but surely the UK scene will go back to where it needs to be.
I'm gonna butt in with this one. I'm gonna ask you: do you see any artist right now that to you look at and think, yeah, this is the old school UK sort of vibe? Or because I got one in mind that I think is quite UK old school kind of vibe, goes to Strands.
Okay,
I think he's got take him in. I think he's got the old school sort of vibe about him. So I'm gonna ask you: do you see any artist that you come across, you think, yeah, these lot have got that old UK style that I feel like it's bringing it back, sort of thing?
I'll say there's a few guys that the UK style. I think I do fuck with a lot of K Spinner. Like you guys might not know him. He's been on the platform once or twice. K Spinner. Who else, man? I think because I feel like I'm a bit blindsided by this question. I'm a bit blindsided. You know what? Do you know a girl called Nia Archives? Listen to her. She's cold. Like she has a few bangers on her. So I think, well, she's more for garage type of girl, but I do see her going far, because that's obviously garage is very UK heavy. So I'd fuck with her heavy.
Okay, and on to the next question. I got a little bit of a spin on this one.
Okay.
When was, in your opinion, the best drill scene? Like, what year would you say, or more in fact, like, what group of drill artists specifically would you say was like, this is real drill?
You know what? I'll say like the era I fucked with was that 2017 when that 410 were coming out? Because I'll say the first person that got me into drill properly was Perm, RIP Perm. Like he got me into that 30 on the ride. It goes bang, bang. Bro. That I fucked with that song.
Do you know what it is? I'm gonna say something. For me personally, I feel like the old school drill was like, yeah, this is drill. Nothing wrong with this one today and age, but I feel like the old school and the old school bangers, they like got a certain secret spice in them. People are struggling to bring back.
You know what it is though? I think partially is because one, I think a lot of these guys that were doing it back then just end up in prison because a lot of them guys with that authenticity were actually living that life. And obviously we're not condoning that life, but obviously if you live that life, you run the risk of going to prison. And obviously a lot of these guys ended up going to prison or passing away. For example, Shoki, like that, he was literally sometimes it's easy to forget because it was so long ago, but listen to him and you can see that, rah, this guy, he could have went really far. It's crazy. So I think that era drill was where it was at.
All right. So you specifically, personally, which genre are you feeling right now?
Because you know what? I feel like what type of genre am I fucking... Because with me, I listen to a lot of music. Like recently, I've been listening to a bit more like Immortal Technique. I do listen to a bit of Joe here and there now. I'm trying to reduce the amount of Joe I listen to be fair. But when I do listen to Joe, I do be checking in on a few guys like JM, Mazar, QnA. He's good as well. I swear to a few like up and coming guys like LJ. Like LJ, he might even he might actually watch this. But LJ, I fuck with LJ heavy. LJ, like, if he keeps the consistency and he keeps like improving and getting his marketing up there, he'll definitely be one of the next ones up.
So going forward, what is next for VE Media?
I think what's next, so I think I need to start diversifying the type of content I'm doing. So I want to start doing a few more like hood tours and shit. Obviously, I need to keep consistency in it, but you know how it is, like bro, I'm a grown man now. It's crazy.
Work life.
Bro, I have a job. I have a 9 to 5. It's fucking crazy, man. I actually have a 9 to 5. I don't even know how I'll be posting it on Instagram so much. But I would say the next steps I do want, because obviously TikTok, they fucked me over and I had some plans for TikTok, but I've got to start again. However, the plan is to obviously just hit them with the consistency, consistent content. Start doing more content like this so I can be more personable, so people actually get to know me. They don't just think that I'm like a ghost behind the screen, and that people know who I am, and I can create a relationship with my supporters, with my subscribers and that. Obviously I want to grow the Instagram page more, so once the Instagram page grows more, I can start doing more promo. And then eventually I could scale that up to a point where that could be my full-time thing alongside my YouTube videos. In addition to that, I do see myself doing some merch sometime. Because for me, I don't see myself being one of them guys. You know, like I'm not one of them guys to be asking people to send money to my PayPal, send money to my Cash App. It's like, it feels like begging. And that's not my style. I've never been that type of person. I don't even like owing people money. Like, I don't think I've owed anyone money since I was like 14 and it was like £2. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's it. So much, increase my consistency, more content such as interviews, hood tours, behind the scenes too. As well as that, more content like this. And I do see myself doing more podcasts as well. Talk about trending topics. Like, we know the trending topics that have been happening recently. Stuff like that. So eventually at a point I can scale this up and it can go to where it needs to go.
Anyone on the radar that you're seeing that you think, yeah, let me try and get them on? Or
there's a few people, you know. The list there's so many names to mention. However, I do want to get this one guy called Abdul Bangura. So he's not like an artist, but he's more for like, he's a businessman. He went prison. He did his bid, and he's the mother of his child passed away as well, and obviously he now has a successful business and that. So I definitely want to tap in with him. There's a few people that I would love to work with. Show Shallow, if you know about him. Don't know about Show Shallow?
Nah.
150 days.
Nah.
Serious? How do you know?
I don't know anyone.
Oh shit.
I'm bad.
Who else? I definitely want to. You know, I want to get in with some of them guys that were doing the battle rap, man. Like Who's Orion, Driz GB.
Yeah, a lot of people in the pen game.
Yeah, because
a lot of good. Their pen game's good, man.
Last few months they've been fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Honestly. And on top of that, I definitely want to tap in with Clue as well. Clue, just a bunch of names. I think, you know what? Honourable mention, Miss Garza too. If you don't know who Miss Garza is, she's C1's brother. So I definitely want to tap in with Miss Garza. But there's way more names than that. But I just need to start hitting them up and just get to cooking, really. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Send to your mum, dad, and auntie. Yeah, we out.